Well, we found out that millennials are putting off families. They're probably not going to be homeowners anytime soon. They're, however, ironically, the leaders in pet ownership. And what's so interesting about this is that they are absolutely serial avoiders of anything that looks like regular marketing. The result of this is it's caused the market research and insight community to work overtime over the last 5 years to better understand what's motivating people to buy things like pet food, because the marketing rule book has basically been torn up. So we've learned now that there is an entirely new understanding about how consumers make decisions to buy pet food. And for the last 50 years, we've assumed that it's based on rational judgments about facts and figures and nutrition information, protein percentages, and so on, because we thought, essentially, that decisions were made rationally. And what we've now discovered is that that's not what's going on. In fact, there is now an understanding that there is a System 1 and a System 2 part of our brain. The System 1 being what we'd call subconscious, and System 2 being conscious, learning, rational side. And we've now discovered that System 1, in fact, is in charge of our decisions, our behaviors, and our actions, which is new because for the last 50 years we thought it was the other. And so this needs to inform how we go to market. To give you an example of what I mean so that it makes sense, System 1, part of our brain, processes about 11 million bits of information per second. System 2, the rational learning side, processes maybe 40 bits of information per second. 11 million, 40. So we've now discovered that the subconscious part of how we operate is more intuitive, smarter than we ever thought previously. An example of this, if you don't mind my offering this, an example of this is your selection of a spouse or significant other. Was this really based on a rational assessment of pros and cons? I don't think so. It was really about how you felt. And in that lies some of the secrets about how we go to market with respect to how System 1 operates. And there's 3 things I think maybe that I should highlight here that are most important. The first is familiarity. We tend to imbue brands and businesses that come most easily to mind with added benefits and interest. To the extent that we are more familiar with one brand over another, it matters. The kind of instruction that means is we need to be always on in terms of what we're doing in media and communication, social channel outreach, etc. The more familiar you are, the better. The second is the importance of social proof. We tend to prefer things that are liked by others. To the extent that we've really worked hard to cultivate our social strategies and to create a community of followers who are expounding on why they prefer and like a brand or product line, that is actually helpful in informing System 1. The third and perhaps most important area is emotion. We don't make rational decisions based on facts and figures. We base them on how we feel about a brand. To the extent, I can give you an example here, would be a personal, emotional story of a pet parent's relationship with their pet is far more motivating than a surprising statistic. And by virtue of that, to the extent that we imbue our marketing platform with emotional communication, it's going to be far more effective. So in the end, what we've discovered here is a new path to marketing that is respectful for how people make decisions, which is different than what we thought.